So my combat scene looked bad. Like really, really bad, like abysmal. So it was my job over the last sort of 5, 6, 7 days to really get this looking good. So as you can see by the video, I pretty much spent quite a lot of time trying to figure out how I could do my combat UI, just generally speaking. And this took a lot of back and forth from ChatGPT, from trying to give it references, from me trying to find references, right? Originally, I was looking at Heads Will Roll, and then I started to look at the Darkest Dungeon UI. I really quite liked that because there was the thoughts of, well, hang on a minute, if there's going to be 4 characters on the screen, I don't really want 4 characters worth of health, stamina, and balance bars all up there across the top screen. So I looked at the Darkest Dungeon, and it basically had the idea that when you hover over a character, all the details that you need to see appear at the bottom sort of panel, and it changes that you hover over different people. Point being, it's very clean, and the actual above area looks a lot better. So I pretty much got to work with this, and it took me a long time to really figure out what it was that I actually wanted to do with this. But the point being is that I want this game to feel like a good and enjoyable experience. I want it to feel clean. I want people to know exactly what's going on in combat, and just generally speaking, to be able to have a really good experience. So what's the focus now and moving forward? So now I'm in a period where the Oktoberfest is really getting very close. Like as in the Oktoberfest starts on the 13th of October, I'm recording this on the 20th of September. So you could say I've got about maybe 3 weeks or something. However, I need to apply the demo about 5 days beforehand, and ideally speaking, I want to get this demo out before the 2nd of October because apparently that's when the press see it or something. So what I was wanting to do is somehow getting this demo out, or applying to get the demo out on the 25th or the 26th, which is in about 5 or 6 days. So I've still got I've got a lot to do and not that much time to do it. So I'm actually unsure whether I'm going to get this out in time before the 2nd. But what I will say is that I'm certainly trying to whiz through it. And I do have a Trello board that is really trying to hone in what I should have for the demo and what I should leave for the actual full game. Because my plan is this. My plan is that I will release the demo in time for the Oktoberfest, and then I plan to release the full game ideally by November, right? I don't want it to stretch any further than that, and I believe that, honestly speaking, 2 months is definitely enough time for me to get stuff done, especially when I'm doing this with AI, right? I've got AI writing all the code, AI making all the images. It is just a matter of giving it enough and being able to be persistent enough with it. Point being is that things are really ramping up and the pressure is quite a bit, right? And I mean, recently I had my birthday yesterday and there's a lot of things going on. So I'm having to play a bit of catch up, I guess. But the point being is that I feel like at the moment I've got the combat UI looking pretty good. I need to fix, I think really over the next day or so, or really just the rest of today, I want to get the combat stuff done. And then I need to make Act 3 because I haven't made Act 3. And the idea is that it goes from Act 1 to 3, and then Act 3 leaves a cliffhanger for more to come, aka Acts 4 to 10 or however many I do. And that's the idea. So hopefully you'll be looking forward to this. I do have the description for the game in the the wish list for the game in the description and even on the front of my YouTube if you are interested or curious about wishlisting the game. At the moment, if you're watching this pretty recently, some of the screenshots still need to be updated, so stay tuned for that. But hopefully you'll enjoy the game if you're someone that's been watching along for a while, and I'll chat soon.